I was certain that I heard them pull up. I mean, I was positive that I heard, and people don't just come out there. You know, we don't get, like, pasturing. I was certain that I heard them pull up.
All right, that's Disbarred South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh talking to police, saying he heard someone outside his lodge the night his wife Maggie and son were murdered. He's on trial for the killings. Defense attorneys spent much of the day laying out their case for why there must have been two shooters. They point mostly to the directions where the shots came from. Prosecution honed in on the guns in Murdaugh's lodge. They noted his guns take the same ammo that was found at the scene in the murders. In addition to the murder, Murdaugh is charged with nearly 100 financial crimes. Investigators are also now looking into the death of his former housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield. Murdaugh says Satterfield died in a trip and fall accident at his home back in 2018. He organized a wrongful death settlement of $4 million, but her family says they never got the money. Eric Bland is the attorney for the Satterfield family, joins us now. Eric, good to see you. What we're seeing in the trial, it seems sort of a idea or a nod to that the prosecution realizes this is all a circumstantial case. There is no smoking gun.
Right. From the prosecution standpoint, they're trying to build a house one brick at a time, and they're doing a good job. I think that they're showing that Alex's whereabouts are not exactly what he told the police now that we're hearing all of his interviews, that they placed him in the kennels 5 minutes before the murders, that we now have gunshot residue on a jacket, on a seatbelt. We possibly have blood on the seatbelt, and we have his phone mapping, we have voice recognition, and we have him changing clothes. So those are all bad facts against Alex. However, what the state doesn't have is they don't have a video, they don't have a recording, they don't have a witness. They have nothing that shows direct proof against Alex. So the jury's looking for what would be the motive for a husband to kill a father, to kill a wife, and to kill his son, because it's such an extraordinary thing to do.
Yeah, no,
and that motive is the financial crimes. Go ahead,
give me 1 second, because I wanted to get you to that point. But this was played in court today, and this is one of the many interviews that Alex Murdaugh did with police, because he said, hey, I found my wife and son. I had no idea. This is so terrible. One of the problems with lying is you got to remember what you said the last time. They all have got to match up. Listen to what he said on the tape in an interview with one of the police talking about his son, who he found dead.
Sitting there talking today is tough.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
When you asked the defendant about the traumatic picture that he saw of Paul and Maggie, what did he say?
It's just so bad. I did him so bad.
I did him so bad.
Yes, sir.
How is it that these financial crimes that are alleged and by your clients as well, how would that be motive for killing his wife and son?
Well, it's simple. We recovered over $7.5 million as a result of him taking $4.3 million from the Satterfields, and we represent a lot of other victims. But what happened is all of these crimes started to come out on the day of the murder. On the morning of the murder, Leland, his law firm approached him and said there's missing legal fees. At that same time, his wife refused to sign over her beach house in Edisto to secure a loan. Then also 3 days later, in connection with the Mallory Beach lawsuit, he was scheduled to have to bring all this financial information to that hearing. So pressure breaks pipes. And what the state is alleging is all of these financial pressures, the fact that his law firm had now accused him of stealing a lot of money, he had to try to do something to get the focus off him so that everybody would leave him alone. And according to the state, he was looking for the sympathy of having someone else shoot his wife and son. Whether that's going to pass muster, I don't know. But what I do know is he clearly said in court, Leland, I took the pulse of my son, who was full of blood, yet when the police came, he had no blood on him, no dirt, nothing. So there's so many inconsistencies, like you said. When you give statements, you better be careful because they could come back to bite you. Yeah. The problem is the motive is a little sketchy.
Well, you said sketchy, but you've been actually the first person, we've asked this question to a lot of people, who've been able to succinctly define what the motive would be. We're going to have you back throughout the trial. We really appreciate you being here, Eric. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me, and I'll come back anytime.
Please do. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.